tomorrow. Jay, if you would, appreciate it. And Kenny, obviously, happy birthday. I know Jay McKinney also had a birthday very recently. So happy late birthday to you, my man. Yeah, guys, this is going to be a great training. We got the top four below RVP currently. Some incredible leaders, the next RVPs in our organizations. But what we want to do real quick. Here we go. All right, so perfect. What I want to do real quick before we get started with our speakers is just congratulate the automatic qualifiers for the gala. You have Clinton and Caitlin Giglio, Amber Hendry, Alicia Cormier, Ramsey and Tasha Harrison, Jay and Cynthia Como, and Casey and Drusilla Savant. So they are automatically in. Great job to that group of people. We definitely will have more by Christmas that are in the automatic qualifiers. The next to the top 10 in our organizations, you have it's a little small. Can you let's see here.
You can
Darius and
see it,
Monique
Mike.
Charles. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm on my phone. Darius and Monique Charles, Seth DeVille, Sandrika and Dustin, Melissa Jackson, DJ McNeil, Cassandra and Corinthian, Darrell Thomas, Kim Jameson, Jay and Melissa McKinney, and Ray Lawrence. That is our top tens. Again, I know we will have some of those people will be added into that group. It's going to be an incredible event, guys. You definitely do not want to miss this. So please do whatever it is you can to get into the top 10, to get into the qualifications. It's going to be an incredible night. But what we want to do here really quickly, like I said before, we have the top four currently in mine and Kenny's organizations who are at the top of the state in our hierarchy. So this fella here is going to speak first. He's been one of the top personal producers since he joined our organization. No doubt he will be $100,000 earner his first 6 months as an RVP. He will definitely go on to be a $250,000 earner his first 12 to 18 months in the business because of how consistent he is from a personal premium standpoint. But also I asked him to speak because of how consistent he is when it comes to just the little things, doing things in the office. Coach, what can I help you with for Saturday? I'll come in there sometimes and my desk will be clean. I don't know, I automatically know that this guy did it. He just wants to do everything he can to help the organization. He's one of the most grateful people that I've ever dealt with. And he also just had a birthday. So one more time, happy birthday. Jay McKinney, what you got, my man?
Good morning. Can you hear me, Coach?
Loud and clear. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to be able to speak. I appreciate the well wishes, guys, for my birthday. Thank you so much. This organization really blessed me, really made me feel important for my birthday. Just know I'm still taking gifts all the way up until the beginning of the year. So just let you know, Cash App, Venmo, however you guys want to do it, checks, EBT card, I'm good. Whatever you guys want to do, just make it happen. Just let me know. But it's really a privilege to be able to speak. And Coach asked me to talk a little bit about a mindset. Going into this as we finish up this year. And very simply, if I can't leave you with anything, it's going to be very simple. My mindset is being better and not being basic. And I know that sounds so simple, but the reality is this: you want to be better in your life, in your business than you were the day before. Sometimes people want to try to look at, we've heard that same adage about, how to eat an elephant, one bite at a time. Yeah, that's true. But in other words, you want to be better and you want to be making progress in your business, because sometimes what we do is we see people that are speaking, we see people that are crossing the stage, we see people that are getting promotions, and we automatically think, wait a second, I can't do that because they've done all of this. But you don't understand. They took the mindset to say, I'm going to be better and not basic. See, everybody can be basic. I mean, I think once you get your license, that's basic. I mean, once you get your life license, that's basic. Let's just be honest. When you get your security license, that's basic, because those are things that you're going to get if you do the things you're supposed to do. But we want to be better. So in other words, for me to be better, that means I have to work the license. I have to work the prospecting. I have to work the business. So I'm going to be better. Basic is when you get I know a lot of people, let's be State Farm people are basic. They got a license. But, Geico people are basic, but are you working that license? So that's the first thing. And then I guess I would say, really, you need to lock arms with somebody that's going to hold you accountable. I told somebody that people only look at accountability as offensive when it causes them to change what they want to do. When they don't want to change, they look at my accountability as being offensive. I'm offended that you would dare say I need to go on 10 KTs. I don't want to change my life. So that's where accountability comes in. That's where people get offended when they don't want to change. But my thing is, my mindset is, are you going to lock arms with somebody that's not only going to hold you accountable, but also is going to encourage you to reach your goal? See, if I let you stay in your current position, I'm no better than you. All these people that signed up, whether it's with the veteran discount, whether it's with the IBA that's going at a discount right now, they're looking to you for something more than what they have in themselves. And if you allow them to stay in that same condition, you are just as much responsible for their lack of success as they are. Especially if you told them, you sold them the dream that you're going to do this in your first 9 months, you're going to do this in your first 3 months, you're going to do this in your first 9 weeks, whatever. But if you leave them in that condition, then you're just as responsible. And I don't want that on my hands, that I left you in that position. Now, if you don't return my phone calls, if you don't return my text messages, if you ghost me, if you do all those things, that's on you. But on me, if I'm trying to say I'm going to lock arms and you calling me saying, hey, when are we going to do my fast start planner? That's a problem. If you calling me saying, when do you want my 30 names list? When do you want my macho list? When do you want my champ list? That's, how do I get my security license? That's on you. So the thing is, you got to find somebody that you can lock arms with, hold you accountable, it's going to encourage you. So my suggestion for the new agents, because that was another thing that Mike asked me to talk on, very simply is don't allow your past success or your past failure to determine your next move. And I bring up this story. I don't know if everybody saw this, but a few years ago, when Tom Brady and them went to the Super Bowl, they got to they were the NFC champions. And there's a part where there's a story where Chris Godwin, dynamic wide receiver, was at his locker and he was crying because he made it to the Super Bowl. And Tom Brady came over to him, basically just slapped him and said, what you crying for? Like, we're not finished. You up here crying because we got to the Super Bowl. We're not finished. Like, what's good is it to go to the Super Bowl and lose? He said, so stop crying. Yeah, we're good, but we're not finished. And I would say that to people that in this business, sometimes, I'm looking at the the automatic qualifiers. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the people that are, in the top 10 for the gala. But guess what? It still can be moved. Don't get excited about that. Like, make no mistake. Like, I look at it, automatic qualifiers, you basically just have a bigger bullseye on your back. Top 10 people, you got a bigger bullseye on your back. So I make no mistake that if I'm in the top 10, I'm not going to, it's one thing to be in the top 10, but will you stay in the top 10? A lot of people started out in the top 10 and didn't finish in the top 10. So the thing is, you can't just ride on your success and your failure. Some of you may not be in the top 10, and don't tell yourself, I'm never going to be in the top 10. That's just an opportunity. That's an opportunity. I promise y'all, I never set out in this organization to be top of anything other than to outwork other people and do my best. But when you put in the work, you're going to get the results, and you're going to find yourself in top 10s. You're going to find yourself in galas. You're going to find yourself at destined trips, almost, dying because you can't swim. And luckily, Clinton Giglio jumps in the water and saves you, as well as your flip-flops. And Mike Hayward saves the jet ski that was about to go into another place. That's just my personal story. We'll talk about it a little later. You might hear that from the stage, but reality is I never sat out for those things. But the work and the accountability and the encouragement from uplines as well as downlines. I mean, y'all don't even understand how many text messages I get from people just saying, hey man, you're doing a good job, bro. You don't understand that makes me go a little further. You know what I'm saying? Every time, I see, RVP Kevin Kenner, every time he talks to me, he's like, hey man, blah, blah, blah. Hey man, you're doing a good job, man. I mean, always makes me feel super important. Even when I'm like, probably not really that important, but he makes me feel super important. Mike Hayward, the same way. Michael, hey man, you're gonna be $1 million earner in 2 days. All right, coach. Now he's not lying, but a lot of times it's like, I gotta see that too. Cause sometimes people see in you what you don't see in yourself. And so I guess my last thing I would say to you guys, my goals going forward is really to put myself in a position where not only am I an RVP, but then I'm bringing people along with me. It's no fun if other people aren't coming with you. I mean, I get more excited about the fact that I help somebody else get their district promotion or their division promotion, or they got a bonus. That makes me more excited than the fact that I'm going to get what I'm going to get. Because at the end of the day, if you help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want. But the reality is, I understand that nobody that sows anything will ever reap in vain. I know that if I sow kindness into people, if I sow knowledge into people, if I help people, that one day my day is coming. That's the thing. Everybody gets a turn. Everybody gets a turn if they stay in turn. Everybody. But the thing is, what are you willing to do? My thing is, I'm going to be that person clapping from the stage for you. Even if you don't clap for me, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, I have, 8 little eyes looking back at me and my family. And they're not going to be like, well, Dad, why didn't we go? Like I always joke around with Clinton. Every time Clinton writes a policy, I'm like, man, you're taking food out of my kid's mouth, man. Like I want to get my kids the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip, but I can't do that because you just wrote a policy. I can't do that now. So I got to give them G.I. I got to give them G.I. Jake. I can't give them G.I. Joe because you took it out of, because you're doing this, Clinton. You're messing up my Christmas for my kids. But the reality is he's the first one to say, hey, bro, hey, good job on that app, man. And that's what I love about this business. We encourage people being better than us. So I don't know if that really helped out, Coach. I don't know if I kind of went on some rabbit trails there, but at the end of the day, guys, just be better and not basic. So that's all I got, Coach. You still muted, Coach.
I think he had to jump on the train or something like that. So
okay.
That was a phenomenal job, by the way, my man. It's gonna be hard to come after that, but let's see what you got. I know, Clinton, you're supposed to speak up next. So let's hear what you got for us today.
Hey, Kenny, thanks for it, man. Jay, phenomenal job, brother. That was awesome. I want to just caveat a little bit after what Jay said. Everything he said is just so true, and Jay's always been so consistent. He's right every time I write a policy or he writes a policy. We just go back and forth at each other, in on good terms. We just friendly competition. But I'm going to talk about somewhat of the same things, some of the mindsets that I have going into the new year, and I kind of want to preface it with, personally, I think that New Year's goals are a little bit tacky, a little bit fascist. I mean, we're in a line of business where every month we reset our goals. Every week we reset our goals. So going into a new year in this business, thinking about setting goals for an entire year, it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. There should be long-term goals here. But, in this business, we just consistently every day, every week, every month, we set goals. But the thing is, what's going to keep me going into this new year? What's going to keep me staying consistent? Well, it really doesn't change from anything else. If you have a job, if you are employed by an employer, your mindset going into the new year or after Christmas is you have to go back to work because you have to continue to make money. It doesn't matter. The same situation in being self-employed or owning a business in Primerica, you still have to go back to work. Okay, but it's the mindset that you take with it. How big do I want to be this year? How big do I want to grow this business? What do I want to change about my lifestyle, my family's lifestyle? All right. And then for me, I wrote down some things that I'm going to read off of a pad here, but I would encourage new agents and even people, who have already been in the business for a while. I was listening to this motivational speaker, and he said that you need to become a monster. You need to become a monster because everyone else says that you should be harmless, that you shouldn't be aggressive, you shouldn't be assertive. You need to take a back seat. No, you need to become a monster, and then you should learn how to control it. The definition of being aggressive is forceful and sometimes overly assertive in pursuit of one's aims. You see, in the military and combat, almost nothing will go your way without forcing it that way. The enemy, in nature, time, everything is against you. It's a losing battle consistently. But without using the force of will, you will not win. Everything is going against you. What does this mean for us? Well, it means you need to make things happen in this new year. The good thing about being aggressive is that it can be trained. Naturally, by nature, some people have more aggression than others or more aggressive than others. But the good thing is that it can be trained. It can be taught in the right manner. We're not talking about going out and actually, hurting anyone here. Talking about being aggressive in our business, not taking no for an answer, taking charge. You're going to win, wanting to win, overcoming those obstacles, those challenges. So many times in this business, people, they, early on, if you haven't been in for, more than about a month or 2 months, so many people early on in this business get hit with one obstacle, one challenge, and it just destroys their livelihood. They just say, I can't make it here. I can't do this, because they're weak-minded. Sorry if insulting anyone. Everybody's on the call because you're in the business, so good for you. But they're just weak-minded. They just can't take losing, and they don't know how to overcome it. For us, for new agents here, we need to learn how to, encounter those objections, those obstacles, and be like, okay, well, let's get through this. Let's go straight through. Let's just keep moving. Just keep moving on. So my inspiration, my thoughts to new agents on here and people who have been in for a while is that become that monster. Learn how to control that aggression, but use it for the best. Use it to build your business. Motivate other people to succeed, to be where you're at. My goals for 2023 and pushing on is not only to go RVP, but to continue working towards ownership. You see, I can't thank Amber and Caleb enough. I can't thank DJ McNeil enough. I can't thank whoever, Dalton Levins. I think he might be on this call right now. Everybody else on my team who has helped get us to where we are right now. I can't thank them enough, but that's part of the business. But even with having those people behind me that helped me get me to where I am now, that doesn't mean I can lay down and give up. That just means I have to fight even harder in the new year to continue to build this business, because I don't want to be stuck where I am right now. I want to help Amber and Caleb get to where I am right now. I want to help Dalton get to where I am right now. I want DJ, who already has his securities license, I want him to go RVP. I want Jay to go RVP. I want everybody to go RVP. But I want to help other people succeed, because as we know, the more people you help, the better off you are too. So with that being said, mine was a little bit shorter than Jay. I hope I instilled some confidence and some knowledge upon you. I would encourage you, new people and everyone else on the call, go into this new year being a monster. Take control of your business and grow. Kenny, I'm gonna hand it back over to you.
Now that was great, bro. That was actually phenomenal, man. Y'all have some great leaders over there. I can't wait to get to know a lot of y'all so much better. Y'all gonna be some great vice presidents, but we're gonna kick it over to our side. Man, I love what they're talking about, the mindset at this time of the year. So the first person I'm gonna let speak is gonna be Darrell Thomas. He has a mindset of always making money, regardless of the situation. I can't wait till y'all can hear the value he can bring. But go ahead, my man, just kind of talk about the same thing, your mindset at this time and what you're doing in your life and your business, and give us some value.
All right, thank you, Coach. Happy birthday once again. It's a blessing to be here during these times for sure. I'm glad to be present with everybody on the meeting. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm a silly guy, so y'all gotta excuse me, but energy is very transferable. So if you're down right now, I hope my energy give you some type of light. But they want to speak about our goals. I have to finish off. My thing is this: the way I play Primerica, I play it like it's non-negotiable for me to do 10,000 in personal, right? And a lot of people, when people hear me say 10,000 in personal, they thinking it's just off my just off of me and not actually not training unlicensed agents. So when I say 10,000 in personal, I want you to put into your mind like, okay, when you're saying 10,000 in personal, you're not saying off my own pen, but that's through recruiting, untrained licensed agents and just getting premium through that. So I know I'm finishing off the year with 10,000 in personal, and I want you to keep that in your head, finishing off every month with 10,000 in personal and direct recruiting 3 people. So that's my goals, finishing off 2022. What I do need to improve in 2023 though is just getting big, building a business, coming here to build a business and continue, being that dog, not really depending on my team to pay me, but for me to for me to build my team so they can get paid, and also getting paid off my own personal pen. And my mindset is, I know I have to feed my family. And like I tell everybody, we're in a financial services business. Put that down. We're in a financial services business. Why you don't want no money? Right? We are in the financial services business. Why you don't want money? That's my mindset. So it don't matter what happened, what I'm going through. Yeah, I got personal stuff going on, but guess what? That money in the financial services business is the best money in the world. And you get that by working off your own pen and training other people to build a business. So my mindset gonna always be on paying my bills and getting money because I'm in the financial services business. Stop letting Christmas stop you from getting money. I don't understand that. You letting a gift stop you from getting money. You got a contract. How is it that I was a division in October and did 20,000 in premium, and you a regional or even an RVP, and I did more premium than you? This is the competition talk. If you want me to mute myself, I can, coach, but I don't think I will. But this is the competition talk. Why are you not working? Don't let nothing stop you from working. You're in the best business in America. God gave you this opportunity for a reason. So what if it makes you uncomfortable? In order for you to receive what you want, you got to get uncomfortable for you to grow, for God to put you in a position he needs to put you in. So the mindset is always focusing on feeding my family and helping everybody else feed theirs. Now, as for new people, I'm sorry that was too much. But as a big brother, big cousin in this hierarchy, if I don't tell you the truth, somebody's going to tell you a lie and it's going to sound good. So if you don't want the truth, mute me. But if you want the truth, I'm here for you and I love you. I want to see you win. So in 2023, we want to take this hierarchy to a multi-million-dollar hierarchy. I will become regional vice president, AALC council member, over 300,000 next to my upline, Kenny James. That's my goal for 2023. My mindset won't change. My mindset will always be about building and getting this money. And I love being number one. So yes, I'm very uncomfortable right now because I'm not number one. We focus on number one. Don't think we don't focus on number one. We focus on number one and the money at the same time and making sure our quality of business is right and recruiting and retaining people. So with that being said, I hope that wasn't too much. I'll keep it short and sweet, straight to the point. You in the financial services business, go get you some money. God bless y'all. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Energy. You crazy, man. Yeah, so that was a way to spark you up real quick. But great energy, my man. No, for real. The next person I'm gonna pass it to is Mr. Casey Savant. Actually, he's #1 in the state, actually going for that vice president contract, studying for that license at the moment. And I never seen somebody since myself and maybe Jay work. Whenever you could tell when people's in that moment, you know, and whenever somebody's on the RVP run, they show it in their actions. They don't even have to speak it. And I never seen somebody since myself and maybe Jay be locked in it. He's truly locked in. He's so engaged with his team and just making sure that everybody is around him winning. He's pouring into people that's not even his downlines right now. He's just on it. And it's a great thing to see in this month where everybody's unfocused, you know. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and drop some value on this, Mr. Casey. Come in there and let them hear kind of what your mindset is and what you're doing and how you staying focused through this time.
Appreciate it, Coach, man. Happy birthday again and again and again. Hope you enjoy your day. But it's an honor to speak on the call, y'all. Definitely just want to represent the hierarchy and what we doing here. So basically a little bit about what we doing, just to, keep the momentum going and just to keep the production going, is we have a whole lot of urgency right now. And what we're doing is we're coming together as a team. And right now we're doing a lot of Cash App incentives for a lot of new agents that's coming into the business. And we putting them into competition, right? Right now we have a group of agents that's competing for their district promotion, which is overall generating a whole lot of appointments for us as a team. And we're also doing a lot of cash incentives as well for people that's actually passing their tests before the Christmas holidays. So a lot of the momentum that we have currently right now as a team started in November. This didn't start right now, but we made it clear to our team that, hey, we're not going to have the same year that we did last year in December. We're going to overcome that and we're going to push through that stuff. So that's a little bit about what we're doing. Another thing for a lot of part-time people that's licensed right now, we're really sitting them down and breaking down to them how this Christmas can actually be a lot easier for them than what they were dealing with the past. Because to be honest with y'all, a lot of people out there is really, really struggling. A lot of people are living check to check. People don't have a whole lot of money floating around. But guess what we do have? we have a license. We have a license that can pay us a lot of money. And what I do is I simplify things for a lot of our part-time agents. Right now, most of our part-time agents that work a 40-hour week at their jobs, they're averaging anywhere from $400 to $700 a week take home after busting their tails for 40 hours, right? But what we're doing is we're opening their eyes up into them and saying, hey, well, guess what? What would you rather do? Would you rather work 40 hours for that compensation? Or would you rather sit down with a client for 30 minutes and make the exact same compensation? See, that's what we really have to open up our eyes to a lot of new people, is breaking it down to the simple forms. And I'm telling my people that, hey, there's no reason y'all need to be digging in your savings or, working from post to post to try to make this Christmas stuff happen. You can go out there and make 2 sales, right? And also provide for your family for Christmas and get a lot of those things done. And then also we reached out to a lot of agents that were on the team that were licensed, got them re-engaged, had those same conversations with them, people that kind of left the business. And a little bit of the premium that we have on the board this month and also last month were from a few licensed agents that actually left the business for about 3 or 4 months. So these little conversations really help you as an overall team a whole lot. And then another thing that we're doing too is a lot of the new people that are becoming licensed, what we're doing is the districts that are licensed before them, we're getting those districts to send them pictures or images or post it in the group of the compensation that they made. So what's happening is now you got some new licensed districts that's making a sale here or two, making $300-400 a sale. And we're getting those people to send that and inspire the people that is not licensed, that's in the process of getting licensed. So that right there is another huge spike. It's a huge bit of belief too, because adversity is in everybody. It's in reps all the way up to RVPs. But when those districts think about giving up because they're not in the business and they're not making money yet per sale, we have other districts that we're using to inspire them on their compensation. And then the last thing is we pretty much don't have anybody on the team right now that's talking about 2023. We made it clear that this year and this month, we're never going to mention 2023 until that day before of close of business. So last year, I noticed that we preached 2023 the whole month of December, and psychologically, it took a lot of people off to start planning for January. Well, right now, none of us feel that. We just feel that, hey, we closing out strong in December. All right, so that's pretty much what us and the team is doing. I appreciate jumping on the call today. I love all of y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful Christmas this year, and y'all get to actually relax with money in your pockets, enjoy that while business is still flowing. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate you for letting me talk, Coach.
Hey man, great job, bro. Great job, man. Keep running, keep fighting. Proud of everything y'all doing. The whole team, y'all solid individuals, and it's amazing to watch. And I wasn't supposed to let another person speak, but I got one more person I'm gonna let speak to y'all because I feel in the base shop. He's holding it down in the office. He's holding it down, doing big things. He's gonna be next up out of our office for sure to go RVP. But that's Jalen Como. If you can come on and give some value about what you and your team, because you got some great people on your team also. What are y'all doing to stay focused and just close out the year strong, but making sure everybody understand the goal, and it's not to just make some money. It's not to just throw some numbers up there, but the goal is to go RVP and get that contract to be able to change your family's legacy. So go ahead and give us some value, then we'll wrap up after that.
Yes, sir. Good morning, guys. I appreciate you letting me talk, Mr. James, and the rest of the TKO hierarchy. It was kind of impromptu. I was in the middle of changing a diaper whenever Kenny asked me to talk. So excuse me, guys, if I don't add enough value for y'all. But man, pretty much what we're doing, man, I'll be honest, similar to what Casey and the rest of these guys are doing, we're keeping promotions in front of these people, but I'm real heavy on incentives, right? I'm real heavy on my people making money before Christmas. So a little bit of what I do, which I also learned, and I actually learned that from you, Kenny. You guys learned that in the RVP meeting with Mario and them. Whenever somebody gets on my orientation, right? My goal is to make them 650 outside of their bonus and 650 in their bonus. So I only care about your district promotion. That's a lot of people don't look at that as the most important promotion in Primerica, but I do, right? Because if you can't promote yourself as a district, or if you can't become a district, then you don't know how to build this business. And also I'm teaching my people about taproot. So on orientation, what I do is I get them to find somebody in their family that's over 65. Right? So we find somebody that's over 65, we get you senior healthcare certified, and you're gonna go ahead and make some money on senior healthcare. Right? So that's your first check. That's your first lock nut to go ahead and believe in Primerica. And that can make you some money. Right? And the second thing I do, I get them to go ahead and save some money on their auto and home insurance if they're driving. And if they don't drive, do it for your mother. Right? So that's another 50 to 75 bucks. Right? So just right there, in that one call, you've made over $150, $200. So that's one step. And then what we also do, man, I'm just teaching my people a lot about the mindset, because I know around this time of the year, the mind can get really interesting, right? And the devil actually does strike no matter what's going on. I've dealt with it myself, and I had to learn a little bit. But that's what we're doing, man. And then we're reading books. We're going over different audios. We're going over the Secret Tips Super Hierarchy, right? So if you guys can't see, I always keep one on my person. I'm a military people, y'all know what I'm talking about. I read this book once a month. A little birdie of mine told me, hey, you read this book once a month, you'll learn how to build a business in your sleep. So like I tell people, Primerica is easy, right? You just got to learn the mindset behind it. So I teach them a lot about that. And then I'm also teaching them how to get to the table, because a lot of people struggle with that. How can you get to the table? Apartments, they're rescheduling on them. They're doing this. I want you to master your presentation first, right? Because that's where it's major. I don't care how you get me to the table. I need you to get them to the table. I'm gonna teach you how to do that. But what you're gonna do is once you get on that Zoom, it's showtime. So you're gonna have to like smash them with your presentation. I was talking to a buddy of mine yesterday. He got on the phone telling the girl, hey, yeah, man, it's $49 to join, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, bro, you're telling her too much. I said, because at the end of the day, she's not gonna show up to the presentation if she knows that she got to pay any money, right? So if she thinking she got to pay money and you never added no value to her yet, or she don't know what the hell going on, let's be honest. I wouldn't even show up to the presentation. When they told me Primerica was $124, I told them, no, you ain't getting my 124. I don't know why you want it, but you're not getting it. So I taught them that. I said, hey, look, you just want to give them enough to get to the table. And once they get to that table, your presentation is going to kill them. That 49 out of that 124 won't matter, right? So that's a little bit about what we're doing, Kenny, man, and we're doing just a heavy on the mindset and incentives and teaching them how to build that foundation. Because I'll be honest, guys, I'm running for that youngest $1 million earner. So I'm setting that up now, not when I get RVP, I'm setting it up now, right? And then the goal, obviously, for 2023, go RVP, promote out some RVPs, and go for the youngest $1 million earner.
Man, good job, bro. That was it for sure. Great vision. And that's a little bit about what we have to always keep in front of us. It's the vision for sure. If you don't have the vision and nothing you're running for, man, you're gonna get bored, you're gonna get tired, you're gonna get comfortable. That's where the mind's gonna play with you, it's gonna sleep in. But if you locked in with your vision and your goal and you tie that goal to something personal, like there's some things in your life you need to get in order. Well, tie those things to your goals and see what happens. You'll get those things in order just by default. But before we wrap up, that's one thing I want to talk about is the mindset, because that's what it's all about. I was reading this, I seen somebody post this on Instagram. It said, December isn't a slow month, you're just moving slow. Everyone is not on vacation, you're just in vacation in your mind. Everyone isn't out spending money, you're just not talking to enough people for them to spend the money with you. And that's all it is. It's like, what is your mindset right now? Are you one of those people that's talking about, man, I can't wait till the new year starts, that's when I'm gonna get on it? Man, y'all know that doesn't work like that. What you do right now sets up your next year. What you do today sets up your week. What you do this week sets up your next month. And what you do this month sets up your next year. If you go into 23 already with some momentum, you're going to kill the year. You're going to be already on top of it. You're going to have that same new year, new me feeling everybody else has, but you're going to be doing something about it. Because guess what happens when you go into 23 and you're not prepared? You start trying to get momentum and things don't go as planned. The devil seeps in, you get knocked off your feet, and guess what happens? Well, you know what? I'll start in February. Don't be that person. Get on it today, man. Christmas Eve is not till Saturday. Christmas is not till Sunday. just get on it, man. Lock in, stay focused, and give your family the cash Christmas they deserve. And just make sure that you stay engaged in everything that you're trying to accomplish. Because I guarantee it's better to be paid than guilty on Christmas. There's a lot of people that's gonna be like, man, I should have did this, I should have done that. Now they're trying to reach out to people on Christmas. Like, nah, get that done right now so you can feel good and actually enjoy spending time with your family on Christmas. And make sure that you just stay, like I said, focused to your goals. Keep the mindset in front of you. Just be intentional about it. You gotta listen to some audios or write down some affirmations or talk to some people and have some uncomfortable conversations. Go get that out of the way right now so that you can keep your mind focused on your business and that you can get ahead in 2023. Let's make sure we're pushing hard to go to the gala, of course, pushing hard for all the closeout incentives, and pushing hard just to make sure that we put ourselves and our family in position to win and be great. That's what I got for y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Have a blessed Christmas. I'm not going to say New Year's because I'm going to see y'all next week. Let's make sure we go do something special today. Y'all have a great day.